The statement comes on a Thursday, and you open it at the kitchen counter because some part of you still hopes the number changed. It didn't. $12,400. That's it. That's the whole retirement, age 50, after the divorce split everything that 22 years had built, after the business you started at 44 ate the rest and closed anyway. Your friends have balances with commas in places yours doesn't. The internet says you should have 6 times your salary by now. You have 2 months of it. You put the statement in the junk drawer, under the batteries and the takeout menus, because that's where things go when you can't look at them. And then you stand in the kitchen, 50 years old, and you do the one thing the statement can't stop you from doing. You do the math on what's left. 17 years to 67. 204 paychecks? It's not nothing. It turns out it's not even close to nothing. This is the comeback. The comeback starts ugly because it has to. One Saturday, one legal pad, every expense from the last 3 months laid out like evidence. The truth is embarrassing and useful. $61,000 salary, and somehow $61,000 of life. The subscriptions multiply in the dark. 4 streaming services for a man who watches one. The car payment on a car chosen by a version of you that had something to prove. $410 a month eating out, mostly alone, mostly from tiredness, not joy. You don't cut everything. You cut what doesn't testify. The car gets sold. A $9,000 used sedan replaces it, and the $460 payment becomes the first soldier in the new army. By December, you're saving $900 a month. It doesn't feel like winning. It feels like an apology to your future self. Both can be true. The account ends year 1 at $24,000. Doubled, and doubling, you'll learn, is a habit that scales. At 51, you discover the rule almost nobody told you about. After 50, the government lets you shove extra into the 401k. Catch-up contributions built for exactly your situation, as if someone in a gray office once imagined you standing at that counter. You raise the contribution every year. $900 becomes $1,000, $200 becomes $1,500 a month. It hurts precisely once per month on the first for about an hour. You learn the difference between cheap and strategic. The $14 lunch is gone, but the good boots get bought, because boots that last are math too. Your coworker Danny, also 52, also behind, buys a boat instead. You only live once. You almost say the obvious. That's the reason to save, not the excuse not to. You say nothing. By 55, the account crosses $110,000, and something has changed that no statement shows. You've stopped flinching when the mail comes. At 57, the house question arrives, the way it does for everyone who's behind. 3 bedrooms, 1 person, and a mortgage with 9 years left on it. The math takes 1 evening, the grief takes 4 months. Fine. Both get their time. The house sells, the small condo costs less than half, and $88,000, tax-free, thanks to the same rulebook everyone swears is rigged against them, lands in the investment account in one motion. The account clears $230,000, and for the first time the compounding is visible. Some months the market adds more than you do. You're not the only engine anymore. Danny's boat, meanwhile, is for sale. He doesn't mention the number he wants. You don't ask. There's no satisfaction in it. That's the strange part. Somewhere along the way, this stopped being a race against anyone, including the version of you who wasted his 40s. You're just a man rowing, and the current finally turned. Nothing cinematic happens between 60 and 65, and that's the entire secret. The deposits land like weather. A bad market year at 61 takes $40,000 on paper. You read your own note from year 1, taped inside the junk drawer. Do not touch, signed, the man at the counter. And you don't touch. 2 years later, the account has it back with interest, which is what accounts do when their owners stay out of the way. You work an extra Saturday a month, not from desperation now, but because momentum is a kind of pleasure. At 63, the balance crosses $350,000. At 65, $410,000. The number the internet said you needed, the one with the M, never arrives, and here's the thing they don't tell you. It doesn't have to. Because Social Security has been growing this whole time too. 8% for every year you wait, and you can wait, because you built a bridge out of $900 months. The man with $12,400 didn't need a miracle. He needed 17 years of Tuesdays. The last paycheck comes at 67, and this time you open the statement at the counter on purpose. $486,000, plus a paid-off condo, plus a Social Security check of $2,740 a month. Bigger than it would have been at 62 by almost $1,000, the reward for the bridge. Run it the way you ran the first audit. The account safely throws off about $1,600 a month. Social Security carries the rest. The condo asks for almost nothing. And the monthly budget, the honest one, the year one, is covered with room for the granddaughter's birthday and 1 real vacation a year. It's not the retirement of the men with commas everywhere. It's better than that in one specific way. It's yours, and it was built starting from the junk drawer, at an age when every expert and every calculator and every Danny said the door was closed. The door was never closed. It was just heavy. There's a ritual now. Once a year, you take the old statement out of the junk drawer, the $12,400 one, creased, coffee-stained, and you set it next to the new one on the kitchen counter. Same counter. Same man, roughly. You look at them both for a minute. Not to gloat, the number stopped being the point years ago. You look because somewhere, right now, someone else is standing at their own counter, 50 years old, holding their own terrible Thursday statement, hearing the internet tell them it's over. It isn't. 17 years is 204 paychecks. The math doesn't care how you got here. The math only cares what you do with the next first of the month. You put both statements back in the drawer, under the batteries, then you pour the coffee. The comeback was never loud. That's how you know it was real.